Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Resilient. I am your host, Wintertooth100, and I'm starting this episode prematurely because of something I found after I stopped recording the last episode. So, let's swap our view and put our helmet on. I have a clip for you guys to watch, so let's watch that first. Alright, I actually wasn't going to record this little clip, but then I came across a dungeon. And then even then I'm like, okay, cool, it's a skeleton one. That's perfect. We're gonna make our XP farm out of this one. That's gonna be amazing. But even then I'm like, it's probably not worth recording. But then, yep, I had to push record. What is this book? Okay, and we got armor. Yeah, well, we got an enchanted golden apple. Found it in the wild, so had to record this little clip. But yeah, now you know that we found a skeleton spawner. I think with this one and the cow, we are going to get our coordinates and create very easy access points instead of having to come down through the mine every time. Alright, now that you know that we found a skeleton spawner and that we're going to mark out the chords, I have gone ahead and done that. Let's see if I can't. There we go. And I've done it for the cow farm as well. And I've done some minor work. Nothing that was interesting enough to put on camera anyway, but if we go right over here, we have access straight down to the cows, so we don't need to go through the mine necessarily to get to the cows, which is great because the mine goes through a slime chunk and we're probably going to turn that slime chunk into a slime farm, so we'd have to go through the slime chunk to get it, and or dig around it. It's a big deal, so no thank you. And for the skeleton one, here he is. He's actually right over here, and we've done the same thing. It's just cobblestone all the way down. And when I found the skeleton farm, it was back through this cave that we had stopped exploring. I saw that there was a little bit of a mine here, but we didn't go through. Pick up my bed and pick this up. I dug a little too far down there, as you can see. But here's the skeleton spawner. And in today's episode, we're going to turn that into an XP farm. But here is the mine for your guys' reference, so you know where we are. And we're in the mine shaft we were in last episode. And the cow farm is right through here. Oh, there's Discord. Yeah, so the mine is right through, or the cow farm is right through there. And skeleton farm is right through here. But fun, we went a little deeper than I made plans for originally, and because I wasn't paying attention, so I kept digging like 4 blocks too deep. It's like, it wasn't terribly too deep, but it was deep enough that we came through here, and this was it. This was the bit of the mine shaft that I'm like, you know what, we'll stop exploring. Well, here it was. We had the enchanted golden apple in here. But you go down, and through this wall, there's more mine shaft. Unexplored mine shaft. So, also in today's episode, we're going to go through and light up this cave. That way we keep our spawn rates a bit high for the skeleton spawner. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to light up this whole thing right now. And then we'll build the thing together. Alright guys, so I decided to start back in here. We've been getting our butt kicked. Look at my shield, look at my armor. We have been getting our butt kicked. But I found 3 new spawners, 2 spider spawners, and 1 cave spider spawner. So from this exact location, I believe there's actually one right down through here pretty quick. I think it's, aha, there's the cave spider. And let me see, I got the coordinates, I wrote them down. Let me show you the other 2. Oh boy, it's a real maze down here. It actually took a while to find this again, even with the coordinates. I kept going in circles around it, looking at my coordinates there, and I'm like, I'm so close to it, how do I get up there? Oh, where's the other one? 2277 by 506? Okay, so I gotta go in that direction. Aha, and here it is. Turn this off now. So, we have 3 new spawners. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with them, but like I'm gonna build my normal AFK mob farm, so like the drops from these guys are moot. We didn't get anything super fancy. We did get diamond horse armor from one of these. Actually, let's take at least one of the discs. I like the idea of collecting them all. But yeah, having them with their drops specifically is a little moot. Probably turn one of them into a sheep farm, but can't really think of much use for the other ones. Well, we'll think about it. There's some stuff we can still do. I know that with Silk Touch we can pick up the turtle eggs. I'm wondering if those count as spawn eggs, if we can turn one of the spawners into a turtle spawner. Definitely worth trying. Alright, and like I said, we're going to turn this into an official farm. And we're going to do that right now. I have the third-person camera. It does want to connect to this server. Nothing to do with lands, but so problem solved for that. But if you watch my single-player world, you'll know that I had troubles connecting it to that world because of the LAN connection. Or you will see that, depending on which order these episodes come out in. Took a little doing, but we finally got it. We used one of the new water elevators to get these guys going up and down. I'm sure you could see part of it in the time lapse I did. But now we got all the skeletons showing up. So hopefully this will be a good place for us to... They should all be, yep, one punch kills. So hopefully this will be a good place for us to get some XP as well, because that's what I'm really hoping for. Arrows are going to be nice, but I definitely want to get some XP, so I'm going to grind here for a little bit. Alright guys, we did some grinding at the XP farm and started to get some tools up, but we ran out of diamonds, so I came down to the mine, and this is everything I've gathered. I filled in this whole thing because now I have a Silk Touch pickaxe, which is really great, and well, this is everything I gathered, and I'm going to mine it all out. I thought I'd do this in a really fast-paced little time lapse. So here we go. Alright, so our total, wow, 50 diamonds. Nice. Let's compress all of these. Alright, not a bad haul. We basically just came back to this side and dug up and down through each of these tunnels. And that's everything we got from that. I'm kind of starting to feel like the ore generation actually has increased in this version. So let me make sure I have everything. And we're going to go back over to the XP farm because I've made some changes over there. I've made a few changes to the XP farm. Not the farm itself. But now we have a water elevator system in both the skeleton farm and the cow farm. They both have these. So we just drop down on this side. And when we want to go up, we just hop in here and it launches you up. So going up is slightly slower than going down. But this sure beats the heck out of using ladders by a mile. So that's what we're using. I've changed this up to put an enchanting area down here. Put an anvil down here as well so you can combine gear. And you can see I've been hard at work trying to get some stuff together, but I keep getting unlucky. My sword, I'm breaking 3. The other one's got Bane of Arthropods. Like, that's the worst. That is the absolute worst. Like maybe that, I don't know, I'd have to do some research, but doesn't that work against guardians? Don't they count? I thought arthropods were like multi-legged things. I don't know. I'll check. But yeah, I got this is the original pickaxe I had. Where was it? Yeah, my stupid axe got fortune. That's the worst enchantment you can have on any item. Like, it doesn't do anything. I know there was this rumor going around for a long time that fortune makes it so saplings drop from trees more. That's false. I've tested that profusely. That does not work. This has no effect on the drop rates. Yeah, and I mean, look at this shovel. That one's okay, but that's what I already have. So, oh, I should have grabbed my books. That's what I want to do, is grab my books. So I've just been working here and enchanting things, and made some boots because I was trying to cycle through things because I'm trying to get a good sword. I really want looting, but it's not happening. So, just wanted to kind of show this off real quick. I'm going to grab my boots, and I'm going to continue to keep grinding here until we get some good gear. Oh my goodness, I have been here for hours. I even went to bed and came back this morning. I've been here for hours. This farm is so slow. I don't know how anybody does it. We got to build that XP farm in the nether. We got to do that. But they got a pretty good sword. This is the culmination of a bunch of swords and enchanted books to make this sword. So slow. It's not even perfect. The bow's okay, again, not even perfect. However, the other 4 tools are exactly the way I want them all to be. They just don't have mending. That's all. They're just missing mending. The armor up here is so-so. I mean, it's probably going to be good enough to get us through the nether for a little bit. But you know, they need some work, which means I need to grind here some more, which I'm not going to do. We're actually going to move on. And I'm going to bring this armor with me, actually. We're going to put this armor on these armor stands. Like, you know, I like to commemorate the use of our armors. And we got this armor on, great. It's, like, again, it's decent, and I should have left these. I'm really bad at that, apparently. You know what else I don't need on me? This gold. But you know what I do need? Some blocks. Definitely need some blocks. We are going to start the beginning of... Be very careful with my verbiage there. We're going to begin a villager farm. Bring some more wood, just in case we need that. And we're going to build it just off the coast of the mainland. Let's actually take the boat. We're going to go off the mainland. I have plans to build a bridge connecting the 2 places, the main continent and our survival island, as I like to call it. But yeah, we're going to build a nice bridge there eventually, not today, and connect the 2 up. I plan on having a big castle on this island. This is where I'm going to build the Castle Honor Guard. I keep calling it Castle Honor Guard, but I have yet to confirm if that's what he called it or not. I just have a vague idea of, I think that's what he called it in his video, so that's what I've been calling it. I'm very keen to build another YouTuber's castle concept. And again, he's not a Minecrafter at all. He just loves castles, which is really cool. And so I'm going to try to build his real life version of what a castle should have. I'm going to try to replicate that in Minecraft, which I think will be really, really neat. So I think right here, again, not very far. We're not leaving the island, really. We're just going to Hi, turtle. We're just going to barely be on this other continent. I'm going to clear some space out and flatten this down a little bit. And I'm going to build a villager farm, probably like right in that vicinity. I think my biggest concern is I want this to all look aesthetically pleasing. Oh, that's going to be really bad. Alright, I didn't bring a bed. I'm being attacked by phantoms. You guys aren't going to be able to see anything, I'm sure. Oh, and there's creepers. Oh man, how did this get so bad? Okay, no problem, no problem. We're just gonna take a nap down here. Ah, yes. The pleasures of sleeping and getting monsters to go away. And we're back over here. We remembered to bring a bed this time. And what I was saying before, we want this to look aesthetically pleasing. So when I build a castle there and we build the awesome bridge that comes across, the Grand Bridge, last thing I want is to have a bunch of farms just dotted around over here. So I'm struggling a little bit with, I want my farms to be close enough to travel to because we don't have wings yet. But I also want them to not be in our sight a lot. So I'm thinking we go more inland. I was just gonna do it right here, but you know, now that I've talked it through with you guys, you guys have convinced me. I should definitely build it somewhere else. You know what? We'll just have to make another portal connection to it. Besides, there's a, if I recall, I actually have some villages out this way. Let's go to those. Let's go near those villages. We don't want our village to be too close to their village because we don't want to have conflicting village is actually touching each other, because then we'll have some breeding problems. Unless we break out all the doors. You know, we'll just break out all the doors. But let me run out there. We're just going to take a village. I think that's the best way to do it. We're just going to steal a village. Alright, so we came out to the one that's like 4,500 blocks out. That way we don't interfere too much with the other players on the server. And we are just going to pick a spot and probably right over here in the opening. I'm just gonna start making a villager farm over here. Alright, we're going to have to cut this episode just a little short, but with my monologuing it might just actually be right around the correct amount of time. So I didn't bring any glass with me or sand, so I had to steal some sand just over the hill there. There's a river and it's got a bunch of sand in it, so we just stole that. This might have been the fastest I've ever put this thing together, even though it's not technically complete yet. But in the span of like 20-30 minutes, I got this whole thing put together and all the water streams are connected. And right down there you can see the water goes through this tunnel. It goes all the way over here to our collection spot, little collection zone, and might not be able to see in there without placing any blocks, but basically it's just a hole in the ground with some lights. We got some signs put in so the water doesn't spill all over, but as they breed, the babies will fall off of the little farmland that we'll have in there. Because they see trapdoors, or at least they did. This is the new version. We're not sure if mechanics have changed, so this could be a learning process for us. But they should, in theory, still run off the edges because of the trapdoors, and get pulled up 70 blocks away. That's just over 70 blocks, the range of a village. Shouldn't have any problems with that. It's just me being a little paranoid. But I did not record Tuesday's live stream, so I thought that I would do a live stream tonight, so you're actually going to see this video after that live stream is there. But I have figured out how to turn on the archive feature, so videos will stay there for, I think it's 14 days. I think there's a way for me to make them permanent, but the wording on it made it sound like I only got to pick certain sections of videos that stay permanent, so I'm not sure. I'll have to do a little bit more tinkering with that. But if you guys are interested in that, the link to my Twitch is down in the description below. And like I said, the video should start being archived, so if you're watching this, then of course the live stream has already hit YouTube, but in the future you will be able to catch my live streams there on Twitch, and if you just barely miss them, then you'll still be able to catch them before they go live on YouTube. So be sure to check that out. And with that, I'm going to wrap this episode up. Like I said, my monologuing has probably made this the right length of video anyway. But if you guys like the video, subscribe if you haven't, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next one.